11th, 2024. The time is 2:02 p.m. In attendance are Commissioners Matari and Duncan. Commissioner Brooks is excused. If you would join us for a moment of silence, please. Okay, thank you. Captain Heil, would you lead us in the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, changes to the agenda. We have a couple. We're going to pull item 22. And then I would say potentially we need to handle item 17 at the end. But we can decide when we get there?
Sure.
Okay.
No, we can
Put that at the end?
if you want to.
Okay. All right, those two things. Then I would call for public comment. Okay, hearing none. A motion for minutes.
I move that we approve the meeting minutes, items 1 through 8.
Second.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan,
Aye. And consent calendar.
I move that we approve the consent calendar, items 9 through 12.
Second.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan,
Aye. Payables.
And I move that we approve payables for June 3 through 7, 2024 in the amount of $1,273,000.72.
Second.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan,
Aye. All right, item 14, this is the fourth amendment for the Recyclables processing agreement with our Waste Management of Idaho and our Solid Waste Department. Director Phillips, please.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. John Phillips for the record. This agreement with Waste Management of Idaho, doing business as Bluebird Recycling, is a contract extension written by Jamila Holmes for the processing of recycled materials for the Kootenai County Solid Waste Department. The term of this extension is October 1st, 2024 through September 30th, 2025. Solid Waste Department requests that you approve and sign this one-year extension to this existing agreement with Bluebird Recycling. The department does have the funds to cover all costs related to this service. There is a little bit of profit sharing involved in recyclables, but there's also costs related with that.
Okay, questions, motion.
I move that we approve the Fourth Amendment Recyclables Processing Agreement with Waste Management of Idaho and our Solid Waste Department.
Second.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan,
Aye. Item 15, thanks, JP. This is a request for proposal opening, and this is for KCSO Jail, a proposal for comprehensive inmate medical services. And my understanding is that we have not received any bids. So, and Dave probably can answer this question, but I believe because it was put out to bid, we received no bids. You are now free to go to the open market and negotiate with a company who's willing to provide you that service. Okay? So,
Yeah, that's correct.
thank you. All right, item 16, board approval request, KCSO Special Investigations Unit, is that SIU?
Yes, ma'am.
Asset forfeiture equipment purchase request, and Captain Smart.
Kevin Smart for the record. Commissioners, we're looking to utilize some funds from the drug forfeiture seizure monies. That currently has $91,000 in that. And we have looked at what we are looking to purchase are the 3 patrol rifles. And in a sense, we're going to put those in SIU, which would then comply with the purchasing guidelines on this memo that we highlighted here. And then we're going to move the current rifles from SIU back to patrol where they originated from to help us to continue to make sure that those weapon systems are up and functioning at their highest capacity.
Okay, questions?
No questions. I move that we approve the request with KCSO SIU asset forfeiture equipment purchase request with the Sheriff's Office.
Second.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan,
Aye. All right, we will move 17 to the end. And item 18, board approval request, approval to accept state fiscal year 2025, the SUPTRS grant in our juvenile diversion with Douglas Hall, please.
Yes, thank you. Douglas Hall with Juvenile Diversion, here to request the permission to accept the grant that we applied for earlier, the Substance Abuse Block Grant. This is funds that we use to fund our drug and alcohol prevention program.
Okay. And then is this something that we've done year after year?
Yes, we've received this grant, I think, for about the last 15 or 16 years now.
Okay, and then the amount of money that requires the county to report and all that stuff is more than offset by the amount of the grant?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, matter of fact, there's no matching funds required, and the total of $4,004 is more than that. Yeah.
Thank you. Questions, motion?
And there's no questions. I move that we approve the acceptance of SFY 2025, the SUPTRS grant with juvenile diversion.
Second.
Commissioner Matari?
Aye.
Chair Duncan?
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, item 19, this is an MOU with Kootenai County and the City of Coeur d'Alene. It's for, looks like Coeur d'Alene's fiber project and our 911 with Colin McCroy.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Colin McCroy, Kootenai County 911, Sheriff's Office 911 for the record. This is a MOU between Kootenai County and the City of Coeur d'Alene. Us at the 911 Center are wanting to connect into what an organization called IRON. If you've heard of them before, they are Idaho Regional Optical Network. They're a not-for-profit 501c that provides optical network to universities, healthcare, and public government in Idaho, specific to Idaho. They've received some recognition at the state level funding. We have been trying to get connected to them for a couple of years to utilize their services. We've been trying to find the best way to do that. IRON has a presence at North Idaho College at the library. We want to try to get connected in there. And to do that, the City of Coeur d'Alene has some fiber at the Hubbard Northwest Vault that then runs right along here up to the county building, which then we have some available fiber to bring that up to the 911 center. However, the city is not exactly sure what fiber pairs are open, if any, in that fiber run. And so we've been talking with the city to work out a deal to where if we audit that fiber path, that the city would allow us to use, according to the MOU, 2 fiber pairs they would hand over for the county to use for us to make that connection into IRON. So the city has approved this MOU already, that essentially we will do the audit using their contractor, RFP-Opening. And at the end of that audit, if there are fiber pairs available, they up to 2 fiber pairs, so 4 strands, will be provided to our use. Or if no fiber is available, we have the option as the county to pull through the existing conduit if no fiber pairs are available identified for use.
Okay, and
So-
this is E911 dollars?
The E911 dollars, the estimate for the audit is number 20 for the next one. But yes, the funds used to do it, the audit will be E911 funds coming out of the B budget, just from available funds that we have that are either unspent items or available emergency use funds.
Okay, it's only $2,700.
It's
so-
the audit cost is $27.50 for total costs to complete the audit.
Awesome. Questions?
No questions.
Okay, motion.
I move that we approve the MOU between Kootenai County and the City of Coeur d'Alene for their fiber project and 911.
Second.
Commissioner Matari?
Aye.
Chair Duncan?
Aye. All right, item 20, and this is the fiber audit with ZeroDb Communications LLC and our 911.
Commissioners, Colin McCroy again. This is the audit to pair with that MOU. So this is with ZeroDB, which is the contractor that the City of Coeur d'Alene is okay with getting into their fiber run. So we've discussed with them the audit and the purposes, and the scope. And this was the cost to do that at $2,750 to complete that audit. And again, E911 B budget funding that we just have available.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we approve the fiber audit with ZeroDB Communications LLC and our 911.
Second.
Commissioner Matari?
Aye.
Chair Duncan?
Aye. Thanks, Paul. All right, item 21, board approval request. This is amendment number 1 to the Idaho Community Development Block Grant for Panhandle Village Water System Improvement Phase 2. And Ms. Combrick, please.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Dorian Combrick for the record. The Idaho Community Development Block Grant Amendment number 1 for the Panhandle Village Water System Improvements Project extends the project closeout from November 2024 to May 2025. It also documents an increase in the total project budget due to Panhandle Village receiving a separate ARPA grant from the Idaho Department of Environmental Quality for the project. There have been no changes to the Community Development Block Grant budget that the county administers.
All right, and then do I go back through my email to sign this, or will I get another notification to sign this?
I received guidance from Commerce that we can send them the one that you sign normally. That's fine.
Okay, the one in the packet?
Correct.
Okay. Oh, I see it now. Perfect. Okay, questions? Motion.
No questions. I move the board approve Amendment 1 to the Idaho Community Development Block Grant and Panhandle Village Water System Improvement Phase 2 with the auditor.
Second.
Commissioner Matari?
Aye.
Chair Duncan?
Aye. All right, thank you. All right, item, skipping 22, and item 23 is University of Idaho Extension Office Lease Agreement for 2024 to 2027. And it's with Party of Glacier, it looks like, 1250 Ironwood LLC, and our own Leanna Kaiser, and our representative from Shelley from University of Idaho Extension.
Yes, very good. So Shelley has been working for several months to find a new location for the University of Idaho Extension office, and we have located an office that will work for their needs. So we are looking to receive approval for a new lease agreement for this office that they found on Ironwood Drive. The lease is $30 more per month, which is a very minimal increase. It's about the best we could find for the needs that they had. It would start on July 1st. We would have a 1-month overlap with the current lease we have. However, the new lease the landlords have agreed to waive the first month. So we would not have any increase to our budget, except for the $30 a month for the 3 months, I believe it is, for the end of FY24.
Any repairs or accommodations need to be made?
I think they're taking the rest of June to fix anything in the building, but that's on Parkwood's
The landlord?
time. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, questions, motion?
No questions. I move that we approve the University of Idaho Extension Office lease agreement from 2024 to 2027 at Glacier 1250 Ironwood LLC.
And then do we need to specify a funding source?
It's budgeted.
Okay, we budgeted the extra $30.
We did not budget the extra. It'll be $90 extra for this year. So I don't know if
Actually, August and September, because July's free.
Correct.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure we don't have to come back.
Yes, 2 months.
So $60.
And then for next
Yeah.
year, I can increase the budget to accommodate the increase.
Okay, second.
Do an increase.
Commissioner Matari?
Aye.
Chair Duncan?
Aye. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
All right, item 24, notice of termination of lease. This is the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho, and this is the current University of
right.
Idaho location.
Yes.
Exactly.
Extension
So,
location.
yes, so we're requesting to terminate the lease early. There is no penalty. It's actually at their request that we terminate the lease, so it will be effective July 31st. There is a 1-month overlap, and that is to allow the extension office staff to pack up their all of their boxes and move into the new location. So that's why this terminates on July 31st.
Perfect. Questions, motion?
I move that we approve the notice of termination of lease agreement with the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho.
Second.
Commissioner Matari?
Aye.
Chair Duncan?
Aye. Thank you. All right, item 25, this is a financial budget request. It's the funding source for the TischlerBiseGalena Inc. consultant agreement for the jail. This was the
So
jail
on,
impact fees.
on May 14th, the board approved a new contract for TischlerBise Consulting for impact fees. And we don't have enough money set aside in the FY24 budget for the amount that was approved, the $27,880. So I spoke to Brandy about possibly using fund balance if we needed for the remainder of the costs. We've already received one invoice for $5,000. I don't know what the timing will be. So we just wanted to have that available in case we needed it for the remainder of FY24. For FY25, we've also only budgeted $10,000. So I don't know how much will be billed in 24 versus 25, but I just wanted to address that so that as the invoices are coming in, we know where the funding source is.
Okay. Questions? I think fund balance is appropriate if the BOCC budget ends up meeting its ceiling.
Yeah, I think we should use fund balance, obviously, till the end of September, but, appropriate the correct amount of funds that we're going to need for 2025.
Okay. And that will be
For
hard
this.
to know because I don't know how much they'll bill for 24 prior to having to submit. Do you know what I'm saying?
They might
So-
have an idea because they know how long this should take.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you might be able to get at least an
Out
estimate.
to them, okay, and then we'll increase the FY25 budget accordingly based on their
Yes.
estimate.
The remainder.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Great.
Okay. Great, thank you. All right.
you.
Item 17, and this is board approval request, and it's retirement of Deputy Jason Shaw with our Sheriff's Department, and our undersheriff is here. Did you have thoughts on this, or did you want to go into executive session?
After looking at it and being familiar with the situation, I think at the least, providing the badge and the identification would be appropriate. I'm not so sure about the firearm.
Okay. Badge and ID?
That'll suffice, Commissioners.
Okay.
No, that won't suffice. Like to go in executive session for this, or?
Sure. So it's a 1B, 742061.
74206. I move that we enter into executive session pursuant to Idaho Code 74-2061B.
Second.
Commissioner Matari?
Aye.
Chair Duncan?
Aye. Dave, I will call you.
Okay.
I move that we exit executive session 1B with staff to proceed as discussed.
Second.
Commissioner Matari?
Aye.
Chair Duncan?
Aye. And public comment? All right, 2:29, meeting adjourned. Thank you.